Now, much of the region has stayed below freezing again today, and at parks and reservoirs, rangers have been trying to warn people of the dangers of venturing onto the ice. At the weekend, 3 children died after falling into a frozen lake in the West Midlands, and everyone is hoping to prevent further tragedy. Nicola Hazler reports.
Our country parks, adorned in frost and looking like a winter wonderland. But the dangers here have become more evident after the tragic events at the weekend. It may look solid, but it doesn't take much to break.
The temperature of the water is what makes it so dangerous. You could go in there, even if you're a strong swimmer, the shock of that temperature drop really can just lock your body up, and you won't be able to swim out. Maybe even the ice will be blocking you from swimming. So it's just really, our bodies aren't made to go into this kind of temperatures.
Today, signs have gone up warning people to stay off the ice and keep dogs on the lead. If you want to skate outdoors, there are experienced groups you can join, like the Fen Skaters. Well, this looks like the perfect wintry spot to go skating, but these guys know what they're doing. The ground underneath is shallow, unlike a lake, and they've checked the ice to make sure it's thick enough. An inch like this will break. They need it to be at least 2 to 4 inches thick.
So all we do is we're going to crack a hole through the ice, and we're just going to take a measurement of how thick that ice is, and we're just going to look at that top ice layer.
So what can you feel? How thick do you think it is?
So just grab it, hold in freezing position, and now we're looking at just over 2 inches of ice, so we know that this is safe to skate on. Frozen bodies of water that are safe to walk on and are safe to skate on are marshes that are naturally flooded, just like this one, where you can look into the ice and you can actually see the grass and the vegetation coming out and even penetrating through the ice. Then you know it's safe because you know it's not too deep. So should you go through in that situation, the worst you're going to get is possibly a wet knee. And that's a hell of a lot easier to deal with than going in entirely.
And that is exactly what our emergency services are hoping to avoid.
We strongly urge people not to go on to the ice in any circumstances. It's impossible to know how thick the ice is, nor how deep the water is underneath that. If you are a dog walker and your dog goes onto the ice, it's really important that you don't go onto the ice yourself and rescue it. A dog is much lighter than you are. Call 999 and the fire and rescue service will come and assist you.
The tradition of fen skating on frozen marshes goes back 200 years. But it's only when temperatures dip this low that the outdoor sport can take place at all. Nicola Hazler, BBC Look East, the Fens.
And just to be absolutely clear, those Fen skaters are on frozen fields. It's not lakes. It's the lakes, of course, which pose the real danger. It's 16 minutes to 7 coming up later on the programme.